speech that sounds too fast or too jerky or both, and at least one of either over blurring of syllables and sounds, problems with speech rhythm and pausing, or too many normal non-fluency. But going back to the language thing, when I'm going too fast, I'll be going too fast. But by and large, the problem is I've got those abnormal, well, I've got a few kind of abnormal pauses, but mostly it's those ums and ers because, well, there it is. Because what? I would suggest that my ums and ers are very much linked to slowness in language processing, basically, to put it sort of pretty crudely. I need that extra time just to figure out how the syntax is going to work. And when I go too fast, that just doesn't happen.
Cluttering for me is fast, incoherent speech. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just something that happens to me when I talk. Cluttering is more just like you could say it all at once, but it just comes out, as a jumbled mess.
Like the con of me having cluttering is that often people can't understand what I'm talking about. One of the reasons that my speech is cluttered is that I have just so much stuff going on in my head. So I think mazing is mazing is probably the biggest thing. One of the things that one of my friends said is, Joseph, you're the only person I've ever met who interrupts himself. Like I'll start telling a story and then I'll like interrupt and tell another story, and then I'll interrupt and tell another story. I use filler words. I think I use something else, but it's actually really, really tough to analyze that, because as soon as somebody records me speaking, then I switch into like YouTube video mode.
I'll feel it in my body as well. Like if it's like a really tense, tense conversation, or like an important meeting, then I'll tend to feel it a lot more in my body. But I mean, it's mostly in my head, I think. Every time I talk, I'll feel like I have to get my point across super fast, or people aren't going to want to pay attention to it. So I'll end up speaking super fast, and all these thoughts are going through my head, and I want to get each and every single one of them out.